We're given a right-angled triangle with an angle and two sides. This is what a typical trigonometry question will look like. As soon as you see a trigonometry question, make sure you write out the three formula triangles. You need to memorise these, they won't be given to you on the exam. These three letters are in a different colour to remind you that they're angles, not sides. This is sin of the angle, this is cos of the angle, and this is tan of the angle. Now you need to follow these steps. The first step is to label the three sides of the triangle. Start doing this by finding the angle. This side is opposite the angle, so we call it O. Then find the longest side. That's this one, and it's called H for hypotenuse. The side that's left over is A for adjacent, which means next to the angle. Have a go at labelling the three sides of each of these triangles yourself. Press pause and try it. When you're ready to see the answers, press play. Here are the answers. Make sure you've got them right because this is a very important step. Step 2. You need to cross out the unwanted side. Look at each side in turn and decide whether you need it or not. This side here is the side we're trying to find, so we do need it. This side here has got a number with it, and that's going to help us find the other side, so we do need it. This side is unwanted. It's all on its own, so we're going to cross it out. Once you've crossed out your side, you're left with A and H. Use this to choose which formula to use by looking at your triangles. Only one of the three triangles has got A and H in it. It's this one. Now you need to write out the three letters in the triangle, starting at the bottom left and working clockwise round the formula. C-A-H. You need more of a gap than this between each one. Like this. Now we need to decide which of these three things we're looking for. Are we looking for cos of the angle? No, because we've got the angle, so we're not going to use that one. Are we looking for A? Yes, we are. X is the side that we're trying to find, and we've called that A. So we are trying to find this one. Just check. Are we looking for H? No, because we know it's 13. Now, we need to use each letter in our triangle. We've already used up the A, so we're going to cover it up, like this. I'm now left with the C and the H. So I write them out like this, because when they're next to each other, there's an invisible times sign here. Now, each of these three letters stands for something in the triangle. A stands for X. C stands for cos 48. H stands for 13. To get the answer, type this into your calculator. You'll get this answer. If you don't, just check that your calculator is working in degree mode. This is a very long answer, so I'm going to round it off, like this. To finish the question, we've found the side of the triangle, so our units must be centimetres. Here is another typical trigonometry question. To start the question, as soon as you've worked out that it's trigonometry, draw out the three formula triangles. Then follow these steps. Label the sides. Remember, start opposite the angle with O. Then find the longest side, H. The last side is A. Cross out the unwanted side. In this question, that's A. Identify your formula triangle. Write out the three letters from the formula triangle, starting at the bottom left and working clockwise. S-O-H. Go through each of these letters in turn and work out which is the one you're looking for. S means sine of the angle, Well, we're not looking for that because we've got the angle. O, we know is 54 centimetres, so we're not looking for that either. We must be looking for H, and yes, we are. I need to use each of the three letters in the triangle. I've already used H, so I'm going to cover it up, like this. The other two letters are O on top of S, and I need to make sure I write it out like that. O on top of S. This means divide. Each of these letters stands for something in the triangle. H is the side we're looking for, X. O is 54. S is sin 37. Type this into your calculator. Our answer is 89.7, and because we found a side, the units are centimetres. This is another trigonometry question. We've got a right-angled triangle with an angle and two sides. The difference is that this time we're going to find the angle. We're going to use exactly the same steps except for one thing. When you're finding an angle, you need to press the Shift button on your calculator near the end of the working. I'll show you when you do this when we get to it. Start the question by drawing out your three triangles. Then follow these steps. Opposite the angle is O, the longest side is H, and the third side is A. That's the first step. Now we need to cross out the unwanted side, which is H. We now need to identify our formula triangle. We've got O and A left, and these both appear in this triangle. I'm going to write out the three letters, starting at the bottom left and working clockwise. T, O, and A. Now I'm going to work out which one of these I'm looking for. I don't have the angle, so I must be looking for the tan of the angle, but I'm just going to check this. O is 24, so I've got that, I'm not looking for it. A is 13, so I've got that, I'm not looking for it. I'm now going to cover up the T in my triangle. This leaves me with O on top of A. O on top of A. Each of these letters stands for something in my triangle. T stands for tan X. O is 24. A is 13. Now, to find X, type into your calculator 24 divided by 13. You must then press the equal sign and you get the answer 1.846153,846. Now this is the bit I told you about. You're going to press Shift. You now press Shift and tan. Press equals again and it will give you the answer 61.6. This is the size of your angle, so the units are degrees. I'm going to do one more trigonometry question with you, finding an angle. Remember to always start by writing out your three triangles. Now, label the sides. Here's the angle. Opposite the angle is O. The longest side is H. The third side is A. Cross out the unwanted side. That's A. Choose your triangle. We've got O and H, and they both appear in this triangle here. Write the letters out, starting at the bottom left and working clockwise. S equals, O equals, H equals. Work out which one of these you're looking for. We don't have the angle, so we must be looking for the sine of the angle. Just check this. Are we looking for O? No, we know that that's 4. Are we looking for H? No, we know that that's 9. So we must be looking for S. I'm going to cover it up in the triangle. It leaves me with O on top of H. Each of these letters stands for something in the triangle. S is the sine of X. O is 4. H is 9. To get the answer, type into your calculator 4 divided by 9. Make sure you press equals. Then remember to press shift and then sign. You will get the answer 26.4. And because it's an angle, it's degrees. Here's a question for you to try. Press pause and have a go at it. When you're ready to see the answer, press play. Here is the answer. Here's another question for you to try. Press pause and have a go. When you're ready to see the answers, press play. This time, you should have got 47.4 degrees. The way to master trigonometry is to practice. So have a go at each one of these questions. When you're ready for the answers to them, press play again. Here are the answers. Check your work carefully.